live. Let's see how this works. Let's do this.
Do you just press that button and it goes live?
Yeah,
You've got a button there. Is that
yeah,
it?
I've got a button that makes it go live. I've got a button that makes a really fat dog come on the screen with like flashing colours around it. He's called Big Bopper the Whopper.
Yeah. Are we on?
Yeah, man, we're on. We're in. Yeah, we're live as a motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's a huge fat collie, black and white collie. And he was rescued for being overweight and taken to a sort of dog's home. And
that button activates him in some way?
Well, it makes a picture of him. Like, do you know the old meme format? Like Success Kid and Advice Dog, where it was like a little picture, but then with like sort of coloured like rainbow thing going around it.
No, I don't.
It's like 2006 memes. You know the memes.
Are you like a meme master? You like the meme historian?
I could say meme expert, yeah.
Were you one of the first kind of meme artists?
Well, the original meme artist is, what's his name? The atheist guy, Richard Dawkins. So he popularised...
What do you mean he's the original meme?
He popularised the term memes in his book, The Selfish Gene, which I think came out in the 70s.
Isn't he just spelling genes? Is it like a different gene?
Well, he's dyslexic. He can't memes. But he sort of tried to popularise it not to be like bits and pictures with text, but to be like a sort of cultural reference that is, intertwined within, like a thing that travels through culture and adapts and sort of but yeah, it's just turned up with just like pictures of penguins and cats and stuff. My mask game is weak, isn't it?
It's really bad.
Like, look,
do you see how chill my mask game is?
Yeah.
Yours is like,
look, I'm a first
time. Like
time
a kind of foreskin.
Yeah, look, now it's
is that better?
Yeah,
I mean, it's near your eye.
This is look, I didn't do the training course before this.
It's fine.
Yeah. Hey, dude, thanks for coming down for this.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. We've been meaning to get it together since we both heard of a little guy called Gary V, who just took on his dad's wine business.
Do you worship Gary V?
You know what?
Seriously, do you?
Not religiously. You know what? I like him.
He's intense, isn't he?
He's fucking intense.
I saw this one of him, and it was his phone accidentally goes off, and it's a tune that he's been listening to on his iPlayer or whatever the fuck. And it's just this. It's like heavy thrash noise, wall of noise, right? And he was like, "Oh, sorry, that's my music," and then. They asked him about it, and he goes, "Yeah, that's what I listen to when I go to sleep." And he puts this on before he goes to bed. Puts this tune on.
Just like wall of sound,
Mate,
thrash metal,
dude. And I'm a producer, and so are you. So I'm just telling you, it's like full on, volume maxed out. It was crazy. This song. And I thought, you fucking nutter.
What's wrong with him? Why is he doing this?
What is it, man? I want to know why.
Well, maybe it works though. Maybe that's the I don't know. Maybe that's the secret to it all. Like if we just go to bed listening to like the gnarliest vocal trap fucking drill insanity, you're just going to wake up in the morning just fucking charge to get out there and sell some fucking wine.
Sell my fucking wine.
Buy my wine.
Drink my fucking wine. Does he drink his wine though?
I'd hope so, because he sort of didn't he become like a bit of a wine expert or something? Wasn't that the point? Like his YouTube channel was.
He was an
alcoholic.
I've
never seen any of his videos.
He was an ex-alcoholic. And he's drinking fucking wine.
Somehow he's just picked up. Yeah.
Have you noticed a lot of the like everybody's just trying to emulate Gary V now online in terms of their work ethic and their shit?
Yeah.
How does that? When are they going to run out of energy? Because he's unique, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think that everyone can work at the output that someone like him or... I mean, there's loads of people. I mean, like Rogan seems to have like this deranged ability to just...
He's less deranged.
He's less... He seems... Well, maybe he smokes a lot more weed. I think that's perhaps that keeps him in check.
No, but if you're... That's the thing. How would you have the energy to do all of that work that he does if you're high as fuck every day?
Well, I wouldn't. I'd have to hide under the bed covers. I wouldn't be able to leave the house.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
I'm barely playing computer games.
Yeah. Do you still play computer games with Chris Moyles? Remember last time I was round yours, you were like, oh, look, Moyles is online.
No, I don't.
Can play him at Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, yeah.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with Call of Duty for a while.
Hey, fucking everyone was at the time.
But this, you're taking it back there.
Yeah.
You're taking it, it's like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was still a child there in many ways. I mean, in many ways, I am still a child now, but I'm a sort of overgrown child in an adult man's body.
When did we meet next? When was our next meeting?
America.
It was in San Francisco in a strange hotel, wasn't it?
That was Los Angeles. Yeah. No, that was LA because Beanie was there.
I was... I'm sure, wasn't it?
But we did a show together in San Francisco. And they had a horrible limiter on the sound system, which was just made literally everyone's life a misery.
What have your experiences been like DJing in the States?
Mixed on like
really mixed. There's never a middle ground.
Both, yeah, totally polarized.
Yes.
Like either some of the best shows I've ever done, like some like incredible ones in LA and Detroit, like at that club, the Avalon in LA.
Right.
Woo-wee! And a few in Detroit that were just, absolutely mind-blowing. And then, like, the sort of ones where, I don't know, it's just sort of, it seems like it's in a bar that they've not really put turntables in before. And no particular sound system to speak of.
No.
And the guy, I had...
what's that? I don't get what that is, really.
I don't understand, but I had
I had a whole tour like that.
Yeah. I had one where I was at the hotel and I was talking to Joe from Neuro, and he had sent me the new master of their track Guilt. So it tells you roughly how long ago it was. And I was like, oh my God, I've just been sent, like, it's just fresh. They got it fresh back from the mastering house that day. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm going to open with this. This is going to be fucking amazing. I can't wait. Got there, and the guys on before me played a YouTube rip of it with Annie Mac talking over the top of it as their last track.
You're joking.
So it was an unmastered version that had been sent to Annie Mac that she had played, so then it had been recorded off the radio, uploaded to YouTube, then downloaded from YouTube and played on the Grammy sound system. I was like, what is going on here? It was a special moment for dubstep.
So, yeah. How is that now with your moustache? Because you've got your moustache there, haven't you?
It was impeding my
how do you feel now?
Nasal. I feel a bit better now.
You look really cool.
Do I look good now?
Yeah. You look great.
Yeah.
I always like that. That's a great look because it accentuates your face.
It really is like
and then it kind of shrinks your head.
It's like having your face sort of in widescreen where they bring the sort of black edges in, isn't it?
It's just a bit skewed.
Oh my God. How long did it take you to get down there? It's a mission from you just living out in Middle Earth, Middle England.
About 3 hours.
Fucking hell, God, yeah, that's a work ethic. That's that Gary V work ethic that we're talking about.
Well, I punch myself in the face every morning, shouting Gary V. You know,
wine. Some more wine.
You know what? I was trying hard not to watch Gary V, and then I started watching him, and he is quite inspiring.
Yeah. I listened to about half of one of his audiobooks, except I realised that it was a follow-up to his one, Crushing It.
Oh, it's the one with just other people on it.
Yeah. And I was like, hold on, no, I want the secret sauce, not other people going, oh yeah, that secret sauce is pretty good. Like, I need the ingredients, so I need to go back. I've missed a step.
Like, there was one where he was talking about, like, hey, look, if you're broke, it's just to make money. Like how much is this sofa? How much is that? Just take it. Just pick the table up, fucking take it out the room, fucking sell that shit. Flip it. How much you going to get? How many fucking tables there in here? Fucking just take it.
Right, look, can't be waiting to say he's a crackhead that just desperately needs to
He just needs to make money.
We can sell stuff. If we get the plaster off the walls, we can grind it down, and they can probably reuse it. Recycle plaster business. This is it. This is going to make $1 million.
Okay, we're going to do a recycled plaster on blog where I snort plaster and then I shit out a fucking house.
People love recycle shit.
I'm going to flip that.
Just flip it all. It'd be absolutely fine.
He's talking about an impending financial crisis. What the fuck are you going to do when this shit happens, buddy?
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, all my Bitcoins, they're gone. They're all in the gutter.
Your Bitcoin's gone?
No, not really. I mean, I had a few bits of cryptocurrency, but it's like...
I had some, yeah. Did you?
Yeah, it's worth a lot less than it was. So,
nice.
Yeah. I mean, it was worth loads for a bit. No, not so much anymore.
How much did you pay for it? Like a couple of $100,000?
I remortgaged 2 houses, and then I was just looking at stuff in the room, and I was like, I can sell that. Sell that. Put it all into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And then I was a millionaire for 2 weeks, and now bankrupt. Yeah. I spent like a couple of £100 or something, and now it's probably worth about £50. So that's cool. But apparently, everyone says
up and down. It goes up and down.
It's speculative. It's blockchain. You know, it's just it's new
blockchain.
Sticking it to the banks. You know,
what's blockchain?
It's like it's decentralized.
Yeah. I dig that, man.
I'm on that.
Yeah. I'm on all of that decentralization shit.
Can I explain how blockchain works? I've watched numerous videos about it.
I mean, is that interesting to talk about even?
Depends.
I might start to haze over.
It depends on a couple of things. If I'm very good at explaining it,
I'm hazing over.
If I'm really good at explaining it, it could be interesting. But also, if I'm really, really so terrible at explaining it that it's funny, that could be good. But I think if I skirt the middle, absolutely dreadful podcast material.
Nice. So let's just not talk about it.
It's like a load of filing cabinets in the sky, and everyone's got one, but no one's got anything. And then you have to they all reference each other to know what's in the filing cabinet. But at the end of the day, it's all meaningless numbers that don't worth anything. But, you know, everyone's just trying to make a pound note, aren't they?
Get me those fucking filing cabinets.
Yeah, get me the phone. Right, I'm going to demask. As I don't really feel qualified for it. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
Well, a little bit, yeah. And
well, that's yours anyway.
That's forever. Amazing. Thank you.
So
for
you can wear that.
My forever mask
when you're mating.
Oh, now there's a thing, isn't it?
Is it?
Well, it would be, particularly if, let's say, I'm having sex with my missus from the behind, and she doesn't know I got it, then I put it on secretly.
She's like, "Fuck, it's Jaguar skills."
Immediately just explodes.
I never knew.
You know? Wow, so whoa, this bed's all soaking wet. What happened here? I thought Jaguar skills was in the building.
Oh.
She starts going,
oh.
Piss, damn, bugger. Oh God! When did you get into this whole malarkey? You know, all of this disc jockeying and the doing the mashups and the wearing the mask. When did it all like? I'm trying to think back to what was the first Radio 1 mix of yours that I heard. I feel like it was a reggae one.
Really?
Yeah. Have you ever done a reggae one, or did
Yeah.
Is there any genre you haven't done?
No.
Okay.
Well, country.
I'm sure you could rustle up a few Dixie Chicks bits.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm qualified for country.
Do you think anyone is?
Don't like it.
No.
That's the only thing I don't like.
Yeah.
But no, what was it? Well, I was DJing for ages, and then I didn't just put a mask on. That came later.
It was only after I put on the mask that people started to take notice.
Exactly. No, that's right though. It's true.
Yeah.
And so.
And everyone thought, oh, he plays dubstep. And they said, no.
No, he doesn't play dubstep. He's an American dubstep guy.
Yeah.
He's a UK drill MC.
Yeah, even before it existed.
Exactly.
Wow.
So that was weird than saying
He's
that.
He's a time-traveling drill MC.
He's a time-traveling drill MC who's come back from the future to warn you about Gary V. And that was my thing for a while.
It was a shtick. Okay,
yeah. But then I had to change that after a couple of years.
Well, because Gary V didn't exist at the time.
He didn't exist. drill, UK drill didn't exist. People weren't getting it. It was very frustrating.
It's very, very niche stuff, but we're worth it.
I remember getting your song, "No Money for Guns."
Oh yeah,
Is that your first song?
No, that was one of. I'd been probably doing dubstep for a couple of years at that point, but I'd had a load of drum and bass releases out before.
So how many records had you before that?
Quite a few.
Oh shit!
Like, I started putting records out in 2004. And then that was on
dubstep records.
Dubstep not until maybe 2007.
So you're a bandwagoning DJ for dubstep, right?
Oh, sorry, beg your pardon? What? In a way, yes.
No, you're not.
I mean,
were you?
If one was to be indelicate about it, they might say I was a bandwagon jumping cunt. But no.
Really?
No, I was living in Bristol when it all sort of kicked off. I was like, oh, that sounds cool. I'd like to have a go at that. That's generally how people get into stuff, isn't it?
Super cool though, wasn't it?
No, at that time it was just like 30 geezers standing still in clubs, like not doing anything. Like I remember there's a guy called Monster who used to draw cartoons, well still does, on particularly at the time on Dogs on Acid, and there was just this drawing of like, it was like last night in the dubstep club, and it's just like 20 geezers just stood there like completely rock still, like that was amazing.
What year was this?
2006.
And what records were being played?
So that was when it was all like Digital Mystics, the Hench lot. I think Jake's was putting stuff out in, I think his first release was 2007, but it might have been 2006. And yeah, so I was living around the corner from like Wedge and Apple Blim and some of that lot, the Skull Disco lot, and it was like this is very interesting.
What
music.
What was the sound?
Very minimal, stripped back.
Was it
like
the proppy, fluty
wub wub. Yeah. So the sort of gentle wubs. So
yeah.
The Americans hadn't got hold of it at this point.
The gentle wubs.
The gentle moonlight wubs of the dubstep. And yeah, so I thought I could radge that up a bit with some drum and bass sounds.
So you were a drum and bass guy first?
Yeah.
And what was your drum and bass style? Was it quite jungly?
Odd and dark. Very mash-up sort of, not necessarily a lot of crazy breaks and
you were as high ranking.
Yeah.
Did you feel weird when you started doing dubstep that you should change your name or whatever? Or no, you just thought, fuck it?
Really? No, I don't think I really had enough of a name to...
for anyone to go, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's doing what? No one really knew what I was doing. So I was just like, I'll just keep going. And then started making house as high ranking as well on Hervé's label. And, it was, any hole's a goal really at that point.
Well, after you start doing house?
Yeah, come on.
Like, you fucked it anyway.
No, all bets are off, aren't they? Started making Wobble House. He's lost his mind.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would have been the time. Then you got No Money for Guns. And
the time you lost your mind?
Yeah.
Right.
I was having a breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'd made you like a VIP.
Yeah, you did. That was my first ever dub plate I ever had.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, how about that? That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, because I heard your song. It was at the exact same time I heard two songs. And I heard No Money for Guns. Would it have been, I heard your song, and then somebody made a version of that. Like somebody else put out the exact same tune. I had two tunes that were exactly the same, I remember.
Yes, so this is my track Bubble and Squeak.
Yes.
And Dawley made a track called, I'm going to use made a track in inverted commas there, but he released a track called something like Horse Step or something like that. And it was basically the exact same record. And there was a bit of huff and puff about it.
Was there? Was there puff?
A little bit, yeah. But we smoothed that over,
Did you step it up?
Well, yeah, it's a long story. My publishers listened to it and they're like, yeah, it's too close.
Really? Oh, wow.
But
sample clearance.
Well, yeah, it was some back and forth. But yeah, I rang him up and we had a chat, and it was weird. I was booked to play at the launch night of his EP with that track on it.
Really? Did he take you off after that?
No, I still played it. No, we've done shows together after. Like, there's no animosity. Well, not on my end anyway.
I like Dawley.
Yeah.
Dawley's really lovely.
Yeah, he's a party animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can go hard in a motherfucking paint, as they say.
Yeah, man. Wow, yeah.
Did you have a mashup of the two tracks? Someone did like
I think so,
and
maybe.
was playing it out. Like
I think
it was
so,
just
maybe.
both tunes.
I think so.
Yeah, they were fun times. Yeah, it was Wobble House. You know, what are you going to do?
Wobble House.
All bets are off.
All bets off when it comes to Wobble. Who was the pioneer of the Wobble House scene?
Probably me.
Yeah, I thought it was.
At that time, because that would have been
the Brighton Wobble House scene?
Yeah, 2009. No, because it was all like Fidget House, wasn't it?
What was Fidget House again?
Yeah, it was sort of Wobbly House. Like Kissy was making a load of bits of it, and Hervé was making loads, and Sinden, Fake Blood.
Got you.
All that lot. It was just sort of wobbly, slightly silly house, and then that just died like even quicker than dubstep did.
Why do you think?
Don't know. It was almost a little bit like the way that
did dubstep kill it off?
Could have done in a way, because it was all maybe the students suddenly 1 year came back and decided they'd adopted dubstep over the summer.
That's what fucking happens.
Yeah,
because I remember when dubstep died in a way, and everyone was listening to deep house.
Well, yeah, quote unquote deep house.
Yeah. No, exactly. There was another sort of deep house I remember.
What, deep house?
Yeah, deep house. But this was like 1,000 versions of "Show Me Love."
Yeah, exactly.
The years of "Show Me Love."
Yeah, the year of the M1 organ bass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Like, it was so hardcore dubstep, and then it just changes totally.
Yeah, I really, it was like it was over one summer. Like you played a lot more of the university sort of circuit than I did. You must have noticed that.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was speaking to a promoter, and he was like, I was like, so what's everybody listening to? I was just kind of getting some research, you know. He was like, deep house. So what do you mean deep house? That was the last thing I'd think.
No, what's going on? What, like 8-9 minute long records?
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What's going on here? Like,
and then he told me about it, and it was like that summer. I don't know what summer it was, but it just felt that it had been taken to the extreme. English music does that though.
Yeah,
I find very quickly.
Yeah, and the cycles are getting quicker. I think the cycles are getting smaller. I want to say 2013 that was. It could have been.
So then what was it after that? So then grime.
Well, grime has been a sort of I want to say constant, but a sort of up and down, ebbs and flows.
Is it the Radio 1 producers pick?
It could be the Tastemakers.
Is it the Tastemakers that do it?
Imagine having the word Tastemaker in your Twitter bio. Imagine that. You might, or influencer.
If you fucking nasty, you might as well put cunt on it, right?
You might as well.
Yeah.
That's what cunt. It says. Yeah. Hi, cunt here.
Yeah. Hi,
hi, sure.
I just got cunt.
Yeah.
Cunt.
I'm just doing it, just doing the cunty stuff. That's fine
that?
by me.
I'm
upfront up about it.
See Gary V? I'm like that. English version, masked English version.
Yeah, but with dubstep, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And so...
What came... Yeah.
So then you went to America, right?
Yeah, so that would have been 2011, I think. 2011 or 2000 Yeah, 2011 makes sense. It was a fucking pain in the ass getting in there, I'll tell you that.
But weren't you dubstep guys making that cash money?
Over there for that, yeah. Well, I was, significantly better money than back home. I wasn't on the... Like, there were certainly a few runs
so I did
above
this show once, and I had Zomboy warming up for me, right? And I hadn't heard any of his shit at all, nothing. He just released one remix, I believe, at the time,
right,
of somebody's tune. And he was like, yeah, don't you get bored of this? I was like, no, this is great. He's like, look, this is what I was playing here last night. He just came back from America, and I'm telling you, it was like the fucking twice the size of Wembley Stadium. The show that he'd been doing.
Yeah.
And I thought, fuck, man.
Some of them were insane. Like some of the sort of theatre gigs and stuff with like 5,000-6,000 people, just absolutely.
And did that just disappear from the States, or no? It didn't. It just seems. It seems
no,
like
I think it's still
working.
going. It's not. Dubstep does seem to still be going there, but I mean, it's sort of a lot of it evolved into trap.
Yep.
And then I think a lot of the kids also went over to the sort of EDM, like progressive house that doesn't sound anything like the progressive house side.
Yeah.
Like from early noughties, but you know, the kind of Hardwell, Garrix fraternity.
Have you ever DJ'd with any of these guys?
No.
Have you
But,
met
well, I played at a small Dutch festival with Garrix just before he blew up. And he was
amazing?
16, I think, or maybe
he's
15.
the world's best DJ, right?
He is the best DJ in the world.
Yeah.
Best living DJ in the world.
What was it like, man, to kind of see the skills?
Well, I could obviously...
Did you see the moves?
Well, I heard them.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Know. It was quite something. The way he bashed that cue button.
Was it amazing?
It was like that cue button had shagged his mum.
Was he hitting? Was he really hitting?
He was really... Well, I'd never seen anything like it. But yeah, he's the greatest living DJ.
Yeah.
And
who's the second?
I want to say Hardwell, but he's retired. Or he has taken indefinite leave. Yeah.
Has he? Why?
Fucking had enough.
Has he?
Yeah, I mean...
How old is he now? 21? 22?
Your late 30s or something like that. But I think, I mean, like there's a number of DJs recently that have signed themselves off on sort of mental health grounds. And you definitely can understand it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's weird out there. Like, it must be so weird at the top of, like, at the top of that, like, EDM sphere. Because
the music that you're playing becomes totally secondary to...
Yeah.
Like,
and
do you think they spend a lot of time listening to music and really sweating about what they're going to play still, or...
I think the majority of the ones in the top 10 list, they're doing shows whereby the lights and the lasers and everything are so heavily synced up with the music that they're not... It's a totally pre-programmed set. They are just hitting play and jumping up and down.
What?
It's somewhat a weird way to.
No, it's like have they won? Have they won life?
I don't know. Guys? I don't think it's. I actually don't think it looks like that much fun. I reckon those like big arena sort of things, like obviously they're going to be incredible.
So what's the longest tour you've done?
I think I was out for 6 weeks in the States. I actually had to come home once for...
what, and you were playing like you weren't playing every night?
No, about 4 plus times a week.
Really?
At the time, yeah. It was.
How mental did you get?
Yeah, quite mad actually. Like, because I was on my own for pretty much like 90% of it.
That's okay, so that's extra weird.
And I put on 1.5 stone.
Yeah.
And it was... Yeah, you did go a bit stir crazy. It was... Yeah, it is...
it's just constant fucking late nights. It's this constant cycle that you get into.
You never really get a chance to it. Even in that amount of time, I still felt like I didn't adjust to the time difference.
No.
And then we'd go, back and forth where there's 3 or 4 hours difference, 3 hours. And also because it was because I was on the sort of low rung of touring UK DJs there, I was probably towards the bottom end of the spectrum. It had to be done relatively on the cheap, which meant that when in terms of like getting flights and stuff, it would be like, so it does turn out that you are getting 3 flights around the country rather than taking the one direct 1 hour flight, because it turns out it's $75 cheaper or something, and so like, and then it means you've got to go from the show to the hotel. You get 2 hours, and then you're going to go to the airport, and it can extract a lot of the fun out of it.
Did you get angry about DJs who would say, Oh, well, I was just going to the gig and I wrote this song. And then I made a couple of songs and then I made a couple of songs on the road. And could you do that?
I don't think I might have managed to get some ideas down, but I don't know. There's something about I never really got on with writing records in hotels or on planes. Not in any sort of meaningful way.
No.
But I mean, some of the shows were like absolutely unreal. Like some of the best shows I've ever played.
I bet, man. Amazing.
And yeah, great fun. But it would be amazing. What would be amazing if it could be done in a way that wasn't completely maddening at the same time.
Yeah. But you're not allowed that without the downside, I think. You can have 2 hours of the most amazing time of your life, and the rest of it, walking around in a daze.
Yeah, just wandering around enormous American airports looking for different food outlets.
What's the best airport?
What's
your best
airport in Europe?
Airport
is undoubtedly
tweet that you've written?
Because to craft the perfect airport tweet, you have to do a number of things. Because obviously you have to let people know that you're in an airport, because that shows that you're going to do a gig, and therefore you're still relevant, because people still are prepared to book you for European gigs.
Yes.
So and let's promoters know that.
Legroom, you need a legroom shot.
Legroom important because tall guys.
Yeah.
So that's good.
We're big.
Yeah.
Strong, big guys.
Overpriced food, that's cool. Photographing a sort of measly portion of overpriced food, that'd be nice.
Dissing it.
Yeah, rinsing it quite hard. I made a sort of vow to not complain about travel while I was on the road.
No, I don't think it. No, it's like whatever, man.
Well, because when I see other people doing it, I think that they're unbearable. So I try to not do it. Like, I mean, that DJ's complaining Twitter account, I don't know if it's still going.
Oh, that was funny.
Did
you ever get on that?
I don't think so, no.
I think I had a couple.
I might have done, but they might have tweeted something that I'd done ironically, and I think maybe I was quite pleased about it. It was supposed to be a joke, and they'd taken it literally or something, but maybe I'm just not that funny. It's possible.
It's possible.
Yeah, maybe I just need to up my game in that department.
What's your Instagram game like? How do you feel when you pick an Instagram shot? What's your strategy? What's your Gary Vee strategy behind that micro content?
Predominantly memes. Yeah. Predominantly self-made memes.
All right.
I rarely will post a non-original meme. I will story it if I'm. If it's
go to the stories?
Go to the story for the non-original memes.
And do you find any kind of like you at home personal things? Hey, this is me. Just
occasionally,
relax,
like occasionally, the girlfriend will pop up or me doing something, but it's
you're doing something with the girlfriend, something. But then
maybe like it's. I don't know about that side of it. It's weird because I this is when I look at other people's and they're like. I'm bored of I've seen enough pictures of your dog. I don't need to, come on.
It's amazing some of the pictures. Like you've got some roadman who's got literally 6 posts, 500,000 followers, and it's just like chilling. 90 million likes.
I don't understand.
Is that all bought?
Maybe. I don't know how to get because I would like to have my Instagram followers up enough so that I can you can put a link in the story. But you have to be at 10,000 for that.
Right.
I'm at like 4,000 or something, and it creeps up at about 1 follower a day. So another 15 years or so.
Stop putting your fucking memes up there, man. Do some pictures. Hey, I'm just chilling.
Hey, just chilling.
Yeah, do some chilling shots.
They want to see selfies.
That. There's one guy with the exact same selfie.
Man.
I've forgotten his account. James Gunn put it up on his tweet. It was amazing. I forgot. It was before I was really fucking with Instagram, so I would have followed him otherwise. It's this guy, and he's done the exact same face, just a different background, but the exact same ridiculous smiling face. Exactly the same, framed exactly the same. And he's got like 6,000 of them.
Is he a black guy?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen it. He's great.
Who is that guy?
Hey, he's a hero. He's living his best life.
Oh, he's living it so much, isn't it?
That's the dream. What do you think about the sort of like?
When did that come in? Living your best fucking life. That's a recent thing, isn't it?
Certainly within the last year and a bit, I would say.
It feels like it's old now.
Yeah.
What's the new one?
Not all heroes wear capes. That's been around for a while.
That sounds ancient.
Yeah, it does.
That sounds like something that's over the 40s, man.
Lit, that's over, isn't it? That's done.
Lit, yeah.
Turnt.
Sauce. I've got the sauce. Something with the sauce.
The sauce, yeah.
You've got the sauce.
Yep.
Maybe. What's your new alcohol? Are you making any alcohol and selling it online?
No, is that a thing?
Yeah.
What, just wine?
Is that what you're doing?
Wine, yeah.
I'm selling Gary V's fucking wine.
I'm just
back to that cunt.
repackaging Gary V's wine and selling it back to him.
Yeah,
it's a mug.
That's right, you bitch ass.
About Gary V and Gary V. What people? People? What? Artists
That's a hip hop thing. It's a hip hop thing.
He's a hip hop thing. You're right. I'm not really hip hop though, am I?
Aren't you?
Could I jump on that bandwagon?
What that you're not hip hop bandwagon?
I could. I'm already on that one.
You?
Yeah.
Have you ever felt you wanted to know more about hip hop?
I listened to the odd Public Enemy album in the gym. MWA.
Yeah. They're really cool.
Yeah, they
are amazing.
I think they're going to be hot this summer.
Do you heard this new guy Chuck D?
Yep.
He's crazy.
He is a cool
Very
dude.
wordy.
Oh yeah, and the Flavester.
Are you up to date
man.
with any of the hip hop that's coming out right now?
Well, all I hear is
the troubles, the beefs.
I don't know about the beefs. What I've heard in terms of actual music is it's like just an 808 with someone sort of going
Lyrics, that's bars.
Yeah, but
bars.
there's just the sort of mumbly SoundCloud rapper thing.
Yeah.
And they've got the tattooed faces.
Yep.
And they want a big titty goth girlfriend.
With tats on her face.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. And they drink the Sizzup, the lean,
yes.
don't they? The purple drink.
Yeah.
They like that.
Have you ever had any of that?
No. They like the Xanax and the Percocets.
Yes,
these SoundCloud rappers.
Have you ever fucked around with any of these things when you were in America?
No, I've...
Are we allowed to talk about this?
You can talk about whatever you want.
All right. Well, you're talking about it, so... I'm not talking about my dank addiction.
I went on holiday to Thailand when I was a teenager, and got quite addicted to Valium while I was out there. So yeah, I mean, it's easily done.
Is it?
Well, yeah, you just buy everything. Like, oh no, this is nice. Oh no, it takes a couple more to get that niceness. Before you know it, like I'm taking 15 Valium a day. I'm fucking bonkers.
How old are you? Like 14?
19 or something. Oh. Yeah, it was a disaster. Yeah, and then came back to England like, oh, can't get that anymore, and just didn't sleep for a week.
Did you have a? It
was horrendous. Yeah, it was really awful. Yeah, but
shit.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the thing. People are just buying the prescription drugs online now, off the dark web. So I hear. That's how my friends tell me. Yeah, they're making the Sizzup. Have you tried? I've
never tried. No? I tried the Sizzup once. My ex-girlfriend had a lot.
Right.
She had this 7-Up bottle in the fridge, and it was just black liquid.
Right.
And I go, what's that? She goes, it's the lean.
It's the purple drink.
It's like, shit, man, that's a lot. I had some, and it was like one of these things. I had a bit, like 2 or 3 sips, and it was just, when you realize, wait a minute, this is fucking strong, man.
Yeah.
Something's, if I fucking have this, I'm something, so I just put it down and pretended to have sips, but I didn't.
Oh, right.
But you have it with lemonade and
Sprite and stuff.
Yeah, some little sweets and shit on the top.
Yeah. Wow.
No, so I never really went down the lean hole.
No. Well, people are just dropping like flies from it in America.
Well, that's the fucking, what's the thing? No, it's the shit that Prince died from.
Oh, fentanyl. Yeah. Something like either 50 or 70,000 deaths last year from it in America.
Really?
Yeah. So this is like a lot of people getting it on legitimate prescriptions, but the problem is because it's so pokey, people will take it, be in a daze, and think they haven't taken it, and take it again.
Really?
And then they're done. Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yep.
Like literally, they're smackheads, right?
Yeah, basically. It's much stronger than heroin.
The Percocet and all of that is
Yeah.
basically heroin, isn't it?
Yeah. It's all opiates. Yeah, it's
fuck. Who would have thought? See, the thing is, I come from that. I started to the hip hop was my first kind of music that I got into. You know? And it was so like righteous and lyrical and intelligent and preachy in many ways, but really the storytelling and the whole musical side of it was amazing to me, and it's just really gone downhill. Man. It's like it's the opposite.
Yeah, so I hear.
It's like the opposite, but at the same time, I'm really still into it in terms of watching it as like how somebody. I'm not into sport. I can imagine you watching your same football team for the rest of your life, even if they're losing. You know. So it's like
that's a good way of putting it.
I kind of feel that the hip hop spirit of just doing it for yourself, DIY kind of spirit, is in me, and that's what I do. But I really like watching the bullshit on YouTube about all the new rappers getting into all the fucking fuckery.
All the tattooed faces, SoundCloud
I love
rappers.
Love it.
Yeah. What makes you a SoundCloud rapper? Because I'm sure I've put a rap or so up on SoundCloud. Am I a SoundCloud rapper?
Maybe. Should we see? Should we look into it?
So if I just or do you have to have
that's
the
like a start of an advert. I've rapped on your SoundCloud before.
Sure.
I've got a rap up.
Who hasn't? Who hasn't got drunk and released a SoundCloud rap?
What was your SoundCloud rap?
It's called "Your Mum's Got a Borgall Poster on Her Bedroom Door."
You did more.
There was just
you
the one.
Did more.
It was just
no,
a
there isn't, because I've got. A tune
there might be another one actually.
I've got a tune from you.
Yeah, is it dubstep?
Rapping. I've got a tune from. I believe you even sent me the acapella.
Oh God, terrifying. Could be anything.
Yeah, no, but so you up?
So I'm a SoundCloud rapper. Yeah,
the Tekashi 6ix9ine stuff. Do you know
yes,
about this guy?
Yeah. No, so he is a nonce. Is that right? Yeah. And that's and he's out on that charge, but now he's back in on felony gun charges. Am I right?
Yeah, and like
gang banging,
gang racketeering.
Yeah, the full
DP.
package with all people that are called like Flim, Poochie Poo, Nunu.
That's what called
Big B,
Garfano, Shotty,
Fim, Shotty. Yeah, Poo Poo, Monkey, Wedge.
There's Poo Poo, Wee Wee.
Yeah, Po,
Lulu,
Tinky Winky.
Tinky.
Yeah, the purple
Winkle,
one.
Winky C.
Yeah.
But the purple one.
Yeah. What the fuck? Like the thing with these SoundCloud rappers.
I've been watching it from the very beginning, from the very fucking time he released his first record. He started his career until he's been locked up for life. Within a year, I've been watching it at night, and it's wild, man. It's like a movie.
Yeah. Well, that seems to be what they're going for, isn't it? They're just trying to make it as crazy and as much like a film as possible.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Forgetting it's actually is real life, and now he's done.
He's going to be going down for a minimum of 7 years, but like apparently, if the feds get you, they've got a 98% conviction.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
previous for noncing as well. It's not going to do you any favours, is it?
Fucking wild, isn't it?
Damn, I wish I hadn't nonced that kid. What the fuck? Like, seriously, what the fuck? I don't like, oh, look here, I'll get off on a suspended sentence. No, fuck you. Like, it's deranged. They all look like they need to be scrubbed. They look like they need a good wash. They look like they're sticky.
You sound like an old man, man.
I do. I feel like an old man.
They all need to have a good scrub.
They do. They look like they're sticky to the touch, like they smell like coins or something.
They do look like they smell like coins, don't they?
They do. They look. There was a while ago. There was a whole like fraternity of indie kids that smelled coins.
Well, it's a kind of emo style.
It's like emo rap, isn't it?
It's like emo rap with guns. Have you seen this guy, Fat Nick?
No.
Bring him up.
Pull that shit up.
Fat Nick.
Yeah, I've seen Fat Nick. He looks like a lesbian.
Looks like a lesbian baby.
He looks like a fat lesbian baby.
With a gun though. He's got a big gun and he's Yeah, man.
Wow. What's his deal? What's his appeal?
Can't you see? Can't you instantly see his So there's this other guy. There's an English guy out there as well called. What the fuck's the English guy called?
I like Lil Xan.
Do you like Lil Xan?
Well, I don't like him, obviously, but like if we're talking about like sports teams,
I know all of these guys. This is the fucked thing. I know about them all.
Oh, he went to hospital for eating too many Cheetos.
Apparently, so the hot ones.
Yeah, they'll get you. They'll get you. And he was going out with Miley Cyrus's sister for a bit. They were a meme. That's how I found out about him. He turned into a moth meme.
He looks like a shaved ass, doesn't he? Kind of like
Yeah, he looks like a shaved schoolboy's ass. Like, he needs a slap. Seriously.
He's quite punchable, isn't it?
Face. My God. I swear to God.
There's this English guy who's real punchable. There was an English SoundCloud rapper, and he's in the States, and I've forgotten what his fucking name is. And he's real big. He's got like eyeliner and a weird like tinting haircut and tats on his face.
Lil Peep? No. I don't know. Eyeliner. Don't know. Lil. And you've got to have Lil, haven't you?
You have to. Or Young.
Yeah.
No, Young was before.
Okay.
No, it's Lil. SoundCloud. MCs.
Oh, Lil Peep, he died. He did.
Yeah, no, Lil Peep died, from the fentanyl.
Yep.
It was Lil Peep's friend. And yeah, this is the guy.
Oh, and that Exentation guy, he died.
I know.
He got shot, didn't he?
So this guy is called Bexy.
Bexy? That's not a SoundCloud rapper name.
Bexy.
It should be Lil Bexy.
No. Bexy. Check Bexy.
Is it spelled with X's?
Yeah, it's BEX, just one X.
Yep. Oh, EY.
Yeah.
Okay.
Check out Bexy.
Oh yeah, I've seen this car.
Have you seen?
Yeah. No, there's a friend of mine, and she follows quite a lot of them, and occasionally you see like the Instagram bit where it tells you like what your mates and stuff are liking. Yeah. And then
she likes a bit Bexy stuff.
Like a bit of Bexy. Well, she's goth.
So what is the situation with the
what?
With the face tats? Because I've got quite a lot of face tats.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that is presumably to cover up the chemical burns from the incident.
Yeah. And it's the Joker smile.
Yeah. One of them was like, I got the facial tattoos because then I could never get a real job. So it meant I had to take this music malarkey seriously. That's the route, is it? Yeah.
Well, I fucking tattooed little cunts on my forehead, so I thought I'd become a rapper called Little Cunt.
Yeah, I mean, that's the sort of response you might hear if you ask like an EDL member, why did you get cunt tattooed on your forehead? I was like, well, now I'm part of a gang and I don't agree with, modern society. And so I thought I'd take myself out of society by scrolling it onto my face. So do you listen to the music or do you just follow the sort of social media beef?
I listen to the music as I listen to the key tracks, a minute of the key track just to see.
Right.
Joe, just to hear what it is. And I check some stuff out on Spotify as well, all the latest albums and stuff.
Did Eminem call out like all of them in his album? Didn't he just call out everyone? Wasn't that the thing?
Have you seen
Wrote a big list.
Have you seen the guy who does the Eminem kind of piss take freestyle? He's going, pack it, macking and backing and macking, shacking and necking and a decking.
Is it Mac Lethal?
Panicking, mannequin, fannekin, stannekin. he just makes all these words up and he sounds like Eminem. It's funny, man. Panicking.
I'm going to be honest with you. I just think it's not for me. The SoundCloud rapper life. I just don't think I'd get on with it. I think the dressing up as... Because look, they're the close of... They're sort of bringing new rave back in a way, aren't they?
It's like new rave and also the 80s new romantic scene.
Yes, yeah. And this cunt, right, Bexy.
Yeah, isn't he? He's quite punchable, isn't he?
Like, his haircut is that he's just got a shaver and he's just gone down the middle and gone, that's it, that's cool, that'll do it, that'll get the chicks. And then he's had a few of his teeth
and he's got the
done.
chicks.
Panacea was doing this years ago. He just didn't get any of the face tats. He's got... have you ever played any shows with Matthieu Panacea, drum and bass guy, German?
I heard your podcast with him yesterday.
Yeah. Well,
yesterday, is it?
Yeah, yesterday. Well, all his teeth are metal, like every single one of them. He had them all taken out apart from one at the back, top, bottom, each side.
German musician, Panacea.
Yeah. And he...
So he's got metal teeth.
Yeah, so they're just two solid... sort of, they look a little bit like gum shields, I guess. It would be the
really,
yeah, rather than individual teeth.
And that's it. That's fixed in.
Yeah. He had a grill. He had the front 6 taken out to start off with, and a detachable one. But then he's like, "No, just gonna get them all done."
That's gangster.
Yeah, they look fucking cool. And it's, weird for someone who's never drunk a drop of alcohol or touched a drug in his entire life.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Guess you need to get it out of your system in other ways.
I guess so. Maybe if he did, he wouldn't have done that.
Mm. So what's going on with your musical output at the moment in terms of production stuff? Because you had some bits out on RAM, I want to say last year?
I've had some bits out on RAM. I had some bits out on Viper.
Yes.
Had some bits out on 440, which is like a bassline house kind of label. Yeah, that's been, that's it for the last year or so. So I had 2 EP. I've put some grime 140 kind of stuff out. Yeah.
With Shouty Man over them?
Couple.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
So who did you have stuff with? You did a thing with chords. I want to say Mob Tactics is not right, is it? Was it Dimension? No. Mind Vortex?
Yeah.
No. Yeah?
Yeah.
Mind Vortex? Yeah. They're good boys. They're from Canterbury. No. Cambridge. Come on. I'm having a go. I'm having a go. I'm pulling levers. Come on. We'll get them all in a straight line at one point.
Yeah. Mind Vortex and chords and who else? Yeah. Putting them out.
What are you playing now? What sort of stuff are you? What sort of stuff's making it into the sets?
I've always played like maybe 40 to 50% drum and bass, pretty much, and then some hip hop stuff, and then maybe some kind of one. I'm more. I view stuff more in tempo now,
right,
than a style.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And so, like, I kind of just build it up from maybe 100 beats per minute, all the way up to 170, 180, and then you can kind of loop it around again. Start to play the slower ones over the faster ones.
Yeah. If you push it far enough.
Yeah. You know, and then you kind of get back to the beginning again. Yeah. That's how I seem to do it.
So are you editing everything? Like, is anything going in untouched, or is it?
Oh no, I chop everything up. So because I just don't like some bits of certain tunes that I like.
Yeah, well, fuck them off. Get rid of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So usually I take the intro down, chop the intro out a lot, and then just put the drop up real closer up.
That's how the millennials want it, isn't it? You know, that's how them SoundCloud
DJs.
Yeah, SoundCloud DJs. Yeah, maybe that's the new. Maybe we need to become SoundCloud DJs with some sort of.
Man, and they shut everyone down for SoundCloud DJs.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare.
I was quite a big SoundCloud DJ, and then they
just get pulled.
Yeah.
That was a fun couple of years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing, and then other times. I just come from a background where it was like you're a DJ, as in you make a party, you know, and so I've never really gone and played a whole set of records where I just liked them, and I didn't give a fuck about the crowd, you know.
Yeah,
I give a fuck about the crowd.
How dare you?
I know.
Yeah, I have a slight. That is what I've always done as well. Like, I genuinely I want, as much as I want to be like, here, look at my incredible taste
I admire
in music,
people who do that.
But my goal is to try and make the people in the club have the best time possible, but also whilst staying true to what I like with my sort of creative integrity, because but I don't want to go in there and just play obvious anthems, because I guess if you just play obvious anthems, then there's going to be a fraternity of people that aren't into that, and it's cliche. So it's a sort of a balance between it. I'm not going to play obvious anthems that I don't like. Like, it needs to be music that I absolutely love.
But the thing is, as soon as you step into the realm of I want to please the crowd, right? Let's say, you're always going to get the chin stroking guys who are not going to like that.
Yeah, I've never given too much worry to the chin stroking guys.
Don't you?
Not that much. Well,
doesn't it get you deep inside?
You know what? It does a little bit.
Yeah, of course it does.
Well, like, my music has never ever been chin strokey. Like, there is one thing you can say about my music: it has never been chin strokey.
Okay, so the common similarity between you and I, musically or whatever, is that I'm not afraid, and neither are you, to put maybe a bit of comedy into the music, right? A bit of humor.
Yes.
Or not even necessarily humor, but then it comes across like that if you put a strange sound effect in, or even a whole vocal thing, like fucking fake adverts and shit like that. Some people don't want those things mixed.
Yeah.
And as soon as you go there, it pisses them off.
Yeah. Well, I've made music knowing that I'm probably the only person that plays my music, particularly amongst like well-known DJs. How many of them are playing a track that's got a 2.5 minute spoken intro, which is a phone conversation between two idiots or something? Like, it's they're just not doing it, and then or the payoff at the end of that, if it's not a record you made, it's like, why bother?
Is that how you feel? Like,
yeah, but I'm not making records. Like, there are some people that really clearly make records with the intention of really gonna get big club support on this.
Yeah.
Get all the big heads playing it.
Yeah.
Gonna get really heavy rotation this summer. Yeah. I would much rather, I end up with a small but dedicated fan base of the people that I've listened to that one record of yours 2,000 times because it's hilarious and it's captured a moment in time.
Yeah.
But But
don't you want to be taken seriously as an artist?
Yes, of course. Yeah. What are you saying? I'm not. So I don't know. There's a load of us that are sort of have somewhat stood out on our own. Me, you. I mean, there's Beardy Man. There's I don't know. There's Borgor, in a way, but he no one apart from Borgor was playing Borgor records.
Yeah.
And the people have never quite fitted in.
No, yeah. But doesn't that upset you?
It's in a way, but also I guess I'm being true to myself. I've never fitted in. I didn't really fit in at school.
No,
I didn't really fit in anywhere. So I think every time I try and make records that with the intention of them fitting in, they don't work and they make me annoyed.
Do they not? See, I sometimes think that if I didn't put my name on a record, it would do much better.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I fired off some just sort of straight up hard neuro rollers and put a different name on them, probably wouldn't have that much trouble getting them signed.
I know that the production level's there. It's everything's there. Everything's there. You can make any record you want. What your record, everything's there. It's just sometimes I think the name sometimes. And that's frustrating for somebody who's got the ability to do lots of stuff. And artistically, I feel like I can go in loads. I've got a lot of different skill sets to do stuff. So sometimes then, I think I'm under the impression now that every single thing you have to do it separately with a different name for it to go anywhere.
Do you think that that's the way to do it? Do you reckon?
Well, I was just thinking that, for instance, give an example, I like I liked growing up Public Enemy, right?
Mm.
And pretty much every Public Enemy. It's like for artists that, for instance, like AC/DC, right? Let's take this. AC/DC rock. Every AC/DC album is exactly the same.
Yeah.
Right? Forever.
Yeah.
If they were to do a fucking house record, would they get the... That's my question.
Right.
Would they get the same love?
That's an extreme example.
No, but
yeah.
it's like, if you're going into this house, if you're going to make a house record...
Face-meltingly deep banger.
Yeah, if you're a really deep, face-melting shoe thrower, right? Will that scene take you in as Jaguar Skills? The masked fucking...
Oh, well, the Radio 1 mashup DJ?
Yeah.
Well...
And even if it was the greatest fucking house record they've ever heard, as soon as you said that, would they even want to play it?
Yeah, well, I definitely don't think the deep house scene would want a high Rankin making.
Why not? Your deep house is great, man.
Do you think you just really just force it down their throats until they...
well, that's why I'm starting doing the deep house now, man.
Yeah, just but on those sort of M1 organ-based stuff.
Just show me love.
Yeah, just on repeat. I've actually just sampled that riff and moved some of the notes around.
Yeah, you can move a couple notes around.
But like I'm starting. I've never really been able to play by the rules of the game, whatever they might fucking be. I don't know if anyone really knows what these rules are, but some people are undoubtedly subverting them and getting ahead and by playing it, yes, but subverting the rules, buying fans, buying likes, buying followers, like all of that sort of stuff, and being able to cleverly do it. And no one really knows to what extent other people within the scene are subverting stuff, and that's a kind of weird, unstable hierarchy that causes definitely a lot of anxiety for a lot of people. And so my thing, which has definitely taken me a long time to work out, and do you know Adam, Akira the Don?
No, you interviewed him, right?
Yeah, I think
he does the little hip hop beats and stuff. Right?
Yeah, he does the lo-fi stuff,
Yeah.
and he's been a bit of an unsung hero of a lot of hip hop stuff. He made a lot of stuff with Big Nasty back before he was, the megastar that he is now, and a load of other people. But he's really, in the last couple of years, has cultivated this community around his stuff. Like particularly doing like the lo-fi versions of like Jordan Peterson lectures and like all of this sort of stuff. And I'm just thinking like the way, there's something that you have cultivated as well, is there's a very particular Jaguar Skills following.
Yeah.
It's not like he's just a part of the drum and bass scene and, general drum and bass fans go and see it and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like the idea is to try and curate and cultivate your own community, because then you get to play by your rules. I'm making these rules up as, whether or not I'm making them up to go along, or there aren't any.
What? The things that you put in your tunes, or the things that I put in my mixes or my music or whatever, it is really nice when somebody does notice them.
Yeah. Isn't
it?
Yeah.
And like, shit, you're as weird as me.
Yeah, exactly. So that little bit really caught me. Like, wow, yeah.
So that is good.
Yeah. Or little references here and references there and stuff. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm wanting to do with the new radio station, is to try and get a sort of community of sort of a ramshackle
weirdos and
ragtag crew of misfits.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all just fucking trying to, like, they don't really fit in with the rest of the scene. Like, I'm fuck fitting in. Like, it's no, but it's weird, isn't it?
No, but it's weird that thing that you have as an artist, where it's like you do want to fit in.
Yeah,
but you don't. But it's like, I want to fit in, but then also, I want to say fuck you all.
Well, it's a constant internal battle, really, with like, I'm making this record. Is this because it's the record I want to make, or is it because it's what I think people should?
All right,
think people want me to.
Okay, so like on that, right? How do you, when you produce a record, when you're making a record, how much of that voice is in your head when you're doing that? Oh shit, where can I put this? Who's going to play this? What's going to do it?
50% of the time.
Really?
Yeah. And then the other 50% is this mixdown isn't as good as everyone else's.
So it's just a nightmarish situation.
Yeah, that's why I've hardly made any records in like the last couple of years because of that because of those voices that are just like, it isn't as good as everyone else's. You need to you've got some catching up to do. Your fucking mixdowns are shit, mate. Like, oh no, and like, oh, should I just make serious records or no? Should I? Now I'm like, fuck it. I'm not
gonna do a radio station.
I'll just do a radio station. I'll do
fuck a mixdown.
I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play records I like and talk about sex robots all day.
Are they gonna fucking diss the mixdown of this podcast?
Better not, mate. I'll go around there. I'll find them. I'll choke them out.
Is that where it gets? See, that's the thing when you're making drum and bass. It's all about the mixdown, isn't it?
Mate, I think it has the highest level of production of any genre.
Yes.
Like, it's just, people have taken it to such a level beyond anything else. Noisier, Mephius, audio, like, they're just so just so far beyond, what you previously thought imaginable.
My thing then is that you can have some sort of technical wizardry, like some amazing CGI in a movie, but the movie's shit. It's like...
those motherfuckers managed to do great records as well.
But, I feel like, yeah, kind of, for what they are, right?
Yeah.
For what they are. But they're not going to make your wife want to have sex with you. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to make you... There's certain things they're not going to make you do. They're not sexy records.
They're not romantic records, no.
But I mean, so there's so much music out there for all different types of feelings and how I'm feeling. Like, a lot of the time, I feel with that, it's like, I actually prefer the ideas a lot of the time when I'm listening to music rather than listening for that amazing mixdown. Because a lot of the stuff with amazing mixdowns usually are quite, I don't know, I find them quite bland.
Well, if you kind of too much, it's like, obviously it's easier to get something really loud and shiny if there's not that many elements to it. But I don't know. It's a fine line, really, between...
So, like, for instance, if you listen to, like a hip-hop record, the levels of mixdown varies so much. You could just get a loop from an old shitty record, loop it, and that's literally it, and put an MC in it, or just even release it like that. And that... Because I've been making drum and bass records, and I've been working with different producers and different guys helping me, do the fucking mixdowns and shit. And it's like, I understand. It's just I'll never be able to do that.
Well, you have to sort of become a mathematician, I think. It's like to have the full package of being able to make really amazing, soulful, exciting, creative, dynamic records, and then be a fucking mixdown engineer genius as well, and then be the marketing guru for promoting it online, and then the best fucking performer.
Premiere Pro and After Effects.
Yeah, and iMovie.
And Photoshop.
Yeah, get it. It's... I don't know, but it seems like there is a generation of producers that I think people are learning it quicker than...
Yes.
And there's I don't know, but it's almost like people are getting better at learning.
Yeah.
That's become it certainly took me, I don't know,
or they're just
5 years to make anything good enough to release.
Or they're just growing up with enough time to be shit at it until they're... Like, if they're picking up... Like, my son... messing around with his first kind of computers and stuff now. He's like 7. He'll probably master Ableton at 13. Like, I got Ableton when I was 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Already fucked.
Well, there's a different sort of element of neuroplasticity in the brain at that
Love
age.
That word. Is that a new genre?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really wonky neurofunk. It's virtually unlistenable. But it's going to be
fucking mixed down.
yeah.
Fucking mixed down on that.
Yeah, it's music made by machines for machines.
I was listening to some Kraftwerk the other day.
Yeah.
I didn't realise how fucking amazing they are.
Yeah, I've never listened. I mean, obviously, I know. I was
doing this. I was doing a job and I had to do mixed Kraftwerk records, right?
Right. Yeah, sure.
And
just general office work. Yeah.
Exactly. And I never really checked out any of their shit. And it's basically the blueprint for every style of music that's happened.
Really?
Oh, it's unbelievable, man. And like I guess because it's just pure machines, right? Doing it without any it just sounds real modern.
Yeah.
Hasn't aged at all. And the tunes, the blueprint is for like slow hip hop stuff to fucking house shit. You can hear everyone's from all the electro stuff to all of the Daft Punk stuff to like it's really, obviously they're massively influential, but I never checked out the stuff.
Oh, wow, they actually did.
Oh, they are good.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is why everyone goes on about them the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I stay away from those things. Like, I haven't seen Breaking Bad.
So it's one of those ones like, all right, Twitter, I'll watch True Detective. Yeah. Fine.
No, I never, tell me to do something more than 3 times, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, ever. Well, you can really... I'm one of those people that's super put off by anyone recommending something.
Don't recommend shit to me, I'll watch it. Yeah. I haven't watched the Dr. Dre, Jimmy Iovine thing yet, have you?
Yeah, it's good.
You should watch that. Have you seen that? You should watch it.
Oh my God, I can't believe you haven't watched it. You've got to watch it.
You love hip-hop.
You'd love it.
You'd fucking love that.
What's even worse is when someone wants to introduce you to their friend and they say, oh, you guys will... Honestly, you're going to be like best mates. You'll love each other. You're both so funny. I go, well, I hate this cunt
they
already.
Mass lunatics too.
Yeah, this guy is now already about minus 10 points. He's going to have a lot of making up to do when he gets here. This guy I've never met.
You're going to love Timmy.
Yeah, Timmy's a cunt.
He's a fucking prick.
Fuck Timmy. Like, I've had enough of his bullshit already. I've not even met him. He's so funny. Honestly, you two are just going to be like, you're going to start a podcast or something. I know. I just know it.
It's just going to be great.
As soon as you lock eyes with him, you're just like...
So what's on the screen right now in front of you? What have you got?
It says, good evening, Will. It's just a blank...
It's just for a mess with your mum.
No, it's just a blank open tab.
Nice. Is anyone talking, or is anyone?
There's people whittering on in the chat about stuff. I don't know when
is the good podcast starting?
Something on Tinder, like
nice.
When are you going to play some really well mixed down Eurofunk?
What is the best mixed down Eurofunk that you know?
Noisier, I guess, or Mephius.
Is that Eurofunk? Is that what it's called?
I guess.
Is that what it's called now?
Well, it's just that sort of hard. Yeah, I guess.
I prefer jungle stuff.
Yeah?
I prefer the jungle, I think.
I fucking love the jungle. You know what?
You're a jungle guy, aren't you?
Yes, I do like to just spin a bit of the old jungle. I tell you what.
What?
That Danny Bird bootleg of Incredible is one of the best records probably ever made.
Really?
Man, it's just like, okay, let's take one of the most classic, amazing jungle records.
Oh, he flipped it, didn't he? Really?
Is it like 194 BPM or something?
Yeah.
And it's just like, right, let's just make
Did you get it off him? Did I give you that?
I got it off you.
Yeah.
And I just, like, it is one of the most tear out, like, it's in terms of shoe throwers, that is a Yeezy Yeeter. Of
great,
just the highest.
You know what? Danny
caliber.
Bird's
nothing can
man.
match it. Like,
Danny Bird's great, man.
You just that will turn any club into a festival just like instantly.
I always play it.
Man, it's just game over after that. That's like my ultimate last tune to play.
That's great. See, that's the. I'd like to make something like that.
Oh, it's just an absolutely seminal, timeless classic.
Yeah.
That'd be all right, wouldn't it?
Something like that.
I'd like to make something seminal.
What other music do you listen to?
I like. Well, to be honest, in terms of
do you? Can I ask you this? Do you have music where you listen to it and you go, right, I would love to play that out in a club. But you would never listen to it at home. Like, or do you pick music to DJ and then listen to, or is it all mixed together?
I quite rarely listen. Sometimes listen to drum and bass in the gym.
Yeah,
but other than that,
you don't listen to it at all.
Not. I used to more.
Yeah,
but to be honest, if I'm going to listen to music, I listen to like Tom Waits, Nick Cave,
right.
And sort of stuff like that. Old weird metal. Listen to a band called Dog Fashion Disco a lot. They're very
See that
weird.
thing on the wall there, the Trout
Mask Replica, yeah.
That's a famous album, right?
Yeah, Captain Beefheart.
Is it what's this stuff
It's
like?
super fucking weird.
Is it like
sort of
60s
weird folk kind of psychedelia? Yeah, weirdness.
I love that shit.
Yeah,
love all of that stuff.
Just the most absolutely bonkers music there is. My dad.
Is there anyone releasing stuff like that now? Is there a special playlist on Spotify that has massive avant-garde records and shit?
I don't know. The stuff to search for is there's a genre of music called outsider music.
Oh wow, what is this?
So let me read you the Wikipedia.
It's like echoes.
It's
one reverb.
Well, it's Beefheart is falls into the category. Outsider music is music created by self-taught or naive musicians. The term is usually applied to those who exist outside of the music establishment or exhibit childlike qualities, and especially those who suffer from intellectual disabilities or mental illness. Its usage was popularized in the 1990s by journalist and WFMU DJ Erwin Chizard. Outsider musicians...
Good name, Chizard.
Outsider musicians tend to overlap with lo-fi artists since their work is rarely captured in professional recording studios. Some of the best-known examples are Daniel Johnson, Wesley Willis, and Jandek. But yeah, if you look into any of these characters, it's some of just obviously the weirdest stuff. There's a guy called Wildman Fisher who Frank Zappa was trying to record some stuff with, and Frank Zappa had him actually living in his house for a while until I think he attacked one of Zappa's kids, and so he
Moon Unit.
Yes, I think what's that making noise? Wonder where that's coming from. Come
on, let's merry-go, merry-go.
Right, let's get some tunes.
Merry-go-round. Merry-go, merry-go, merry-go.
See, the mix down for me is not doing it.
We need to put this through a brick wall limiter.
The kick.
Can go merry-go-round.
See, the thing is, how can you legitimately tell if they are
actually mentally
outsiders,
or
they're just the guy,
just some arsehole probably lives in Bristol, it's got dreadlocks.
How many plays has this got? Is this on Spotify?
193,000 on YouTube.
That's more. Is that more than any of my records that have ever come out?
It's probably more than any of mine that are on my own channel and not on UK.
Yeah. So let's listen to the tunes that are better than us. All right, Rankin? This is better than all of our total catalogue.
Oh, God. I think Frank Zappa found him because he was busking.
Is this the guy?
Yeah. He was busking in LA, I think, and he'd just got out of a mental home. And he was sort of had been in and out establishments his whole life. But I mean, it was Zappa that financed Captain Beefheart's album Tramp Mask Replica. The story goes that Zappa rings him up and says, "Captain, I want you to make me an album. I'll pay for it." Yeah. And he goes, "All right." And then 8 hours later, Beefheart phones it back and goes, "All right, done it." and it then took them like 13 months to record it or something, some ridiculous length of time to record it. Like, he wrote it all, and then it was just the most insane music.
But this style of madness, style of music, was big then. I mean, people were open to that, and people were like ready, just open to listen to that, right?
It's
like if you did it now, would it just get lost in the fucking...
Well, you just do it'd be an experimental noise album now, wouldn't it? It would be like you just get a load of modules like those ones, and you just go, yeah, you go, this is art. Have you seen this? I spent $8,000 on this system. Listen to these bleeps. Listen to this distorted mess. It's art. I think that's how it works.
Could you make a career out of that?
Some people do.
Who?
I don't know how far up the ladder you can get with just noise.
I DJ'd once in Europe, so I forgot where it was, but there was this guy before me called Power Puke.
Power Puke?
Yeah. And he played a jet engine noise taking off for 15 to 20 minutes, right? And
arty.
Yeah, man. And he cleared the whole place out. And even that, I would say, but after about 15 seconds, a jet engine noise is horrific. You know? It's like funny. It's like, fuck, it's like a really bad joke. 20 minutes, cleared the whole place out. It was amazing. He just stood there doing it.
Yeah. I mean, there's
no beats, nothing.
There's a certain magic, isn't it, in there somewhere?
Just of somebody not giving a fuck.
Yeah. That was before you or after you?
Before.
Cool. I bet they loved you when you came
All I had,
on.
and the funny thing is, all I had was vinyl disco records. It was in the most grimy fucking spot. I was 4 a.m. or something. I got my. It was when you bought vinyl to gigs.
Yeah, yeah.
And for the life of me, I just didn't bring the right ones. I misjudged the fucking situation. So can you imagine, like, I'm on Next in a room full of like real drugged out fucking nutters who have all left and smoking and shouting at this guy, and I'm gonna come on with Chic.
Yeah, yeah, man, scratching up a bit of Chic.
No scratching, just straight Chic.
How did it go?
Yeah, we rocked it.
Yeah, smashed it, bro.
It. Absolutely smashed it.
I don't know. You know what I think? I think the smoking ban all those years ago, it's killed club culture in the UK.
Yeah, it did.
And I don't think it's ever recovered.
Well, it was the fart smell, you realised.
But yeah, then the smell of sick and farts and toilets.
The toilet smell.
Yeah, and people will just leave for
I think
20
the only
minutes
place that you should
in the middle
be
of
able to
someone's
smoke,
set.
is in a club.
Yeah, I think they should be able to. You should have like maybe you have to get an additional license. Maybe the people who work there have to sign a waiver.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should be allowed to smoke. Like clubs in Berlin are so infinitely better because of that. And I don't even smoke anymore, but I'd be keen for that. They would be better. You have a solid dance floor the whole time.
Exactly.
No one drifts off. No one goes out for a fag, and everyone is like there. Just.
Do you remember back in the days of like Fabric and places like that? Just how amazing it was.
Yeah, I mean, you'd come
home
with
smoke and there's just smoke everywhere and everybody in the hazes.
I mean, you'd have to buy new clothes afterwards because of the amount of cigarette burns in the mall, and you'd stink for weeks. But that was just the occupational hazard.
What's the best club you've DJ'd in?
Oh God! And
do you remember where you've played?
I remember a lot of them. I'll tell you, Beta in Denver. Right. Have you ever played there?
No.
It was, at least at the beginning, owned by Beatport. That's a fucking hell of a club. That's got a really amazing sound system in it. I mean, just like playing, like I had a couple of Fabric sets that have really, really been great. And there's some bloody amazing venues in Holland, La Bikini in France. Also,
that cube, the Bikini. It's like a cube, isn't it? It's like a fucking sound-treated, amazing room.
There's Moulin Rouge as well in Paris. Is fucking superb. Back in the dubstep days, man, the kids were just wild. I remember seeing Dr. P was on before me, and I'm sure he will admit he's not the most technical DJ there is. No, I mean, this was also back in the time when dubstep producers were just like suddenly coming out of obscurity to just within like 6 months to just getting huge gigs. Yeah. And like, I don't actually know how to DJ. I guess I'm going to have to learn how to press play on a CDJ.
That's what happens with every style, it seems.
Yeah, and they just sort of just slam it over into the next one, just sort of look awkwardly round, just like, whoop. Who cares? Kids are just going wild. Like,
yeah, it must have been amazing.
Next tune. Fuck it.
But that's what's happening with the bassline scene now.
Yeah. I mean, there's some wicked stuff like that sort of that bassline.
But these are the kids who grew up with the dubstep.
This is when they were very mid-teens.
When they were about 14, 13, 14.
Yeah.
So they've got that real kind of bro step element to it with a 4/4 drum, right?
Yeah.
And everybody loves it.
Yeah. There's some good bits. There's a guy called Zero who he used to be the work experience guy at Trickstar in Brighton, where me and James used to do our comedy podcast, and he was like the work experience boy. And we used to bully him quite mercilessly.
And now he's a multi-millionaire international DJ.
Basically. Yeah, we used to tell really weird stories about how he has a really strange relationship with his stepdad, and his stepdad's nomadic and lives outside, and
he fucking hates you now.
No, he loves it. He's our son in many ways, and I'd like to try and tell him that we're in some way responsible for his career because he played one of his tracks once. And I think in many ways we are responsible for his success.
Well, I like to think I am.
Yeah,
I
think
DJ
in a way.
who's warmed up for me.
Yeah. Where are you playing soon? What's coming up?
Doing a bunch of stuff. I'm doing a few things in. I've got the New Year's Eve, couple of gigs. A few before that. I've got like 5 or 6 in a row, which is quite nice.
Nice.
And then January, dry. That's when I get depressed and want to, and then
get a real job, mate.
Yeah,
that's what you want. That's what you want to do, pal. Get a real
I
job.
know, but this fucking mask, man, I can't take it off.
Well, you don't tell anyone. Just you stroll into the telesales agency or something, with your head held high. What have you been doing for the last 20 years? Oh, this and that.
Yeah,
had a bit of time off.
Yeah,
and your CV's a bit limp.
I've been getting into like animation and stuff.
Oh yeah,
and editing and filmmaking.
Yeah,
and I really want to kind of explore that as well.
That's a nice idea.
It's fucking great.
Well, it's nice to have a creative outlet for things that is untraditional to what one has been doing for a long time. I think that's why after a time people get taken by the idea of making different genres, because you get into too much of a groove, and
yes,
it sucks the fun out of it a little bit.
And
you gotta switch it up, man.
And how can you make anything that's really exciting without? Because the thing is, I found that I was on the radio for 10 years, doing a mix every week, and they were 10 minutes, and they're really difficult to make.
Yeah,
the shorter the mix, it's fucking hard to make. Anyone could do like a 4-hour fucking mix.
Yeah,
do a 3-minute one and make it good. That's exciting to hear.
Yeah,
and it sounds like somebody's puked all over you. Do you know what I mean? That's really hard. And I was doing, and then you just run out of ideas. It just gets into this thing of conveyor belt,
Did you ever do anything with the idea you had about resurrecting the ghost of Bob Marley? Do you remember
what was that?
I remember we used to sort of share comedic ideas that we had, and there was one you were into for a long time. It's like, so I just have this idea. So right, our only option is to resurrect the ghost of Bob Marley. But it never went any further than that.
I know. That does sound funny, though, doesn't it? Wasn't it like a cop show?
Something like that, yeah.
It was a cop It was like the See, that's the thing. I come up with these ideas for like cop shows, right? For instance, right? I've got crazy ideas for like pilots, pitches. Yeah. I like to pitch my own ideas to myself and then not do anything about it. But like with this kind of movie thing that I'm editing and adverts, like I can make them.
Yeah.
I can make an actual pilot.
Yeah.
With the resurrection of Bob Marley, you'd have a detective and the ghost of Bob Marley, right? Yeah.
They're a double act, presumably.
Yeah. The detective guy can only see Bob. He can only see him, right?
I felt like it sort of heavily relied around sort of like the tagline of like, well, our only option is to resurrect the ghost of Bob Marley.
Do they go to his grave and like is it like recapped on the start of the show? 15 years ago, they went to the grave of Bob Marley. Do you know what I mean? Like the 18 kind of thing.
I think it's going to be a sort of a squad of cops that they try and solve the crimes themselves.
Squad.
But a squad, yeah, they try and solve the crimes themselves, but
What? And at
They
the
always
end,
end up in a situation where they go, "Oh, ask Bob." No.
so like Bob's not with them continuously.
No. He's just trying to fucking rest. He's trying to chill, and they're bothering him.
He's like smoking weed somewhere.
Pissed
like,
off every time. He's like, guys.
Oh, is he?
Fuck, I don't know.
I
Maybe.
thought, my idea was that Bob would be a ghost in the office, like as well.
He's just working away, just
No, he's
doing
just chilling.
paperwork
He's
and
just
stuff.
chilling.
Right, okay. Yeah, he's just swamped with admin.
I've got this
a
idea.
Bureaucratic
It's
nightmare.
Bob Marley swamped with admin in an office.
The ghost of Bob Marley.
That's it. What do you think? That's the fucking pitch.
What's the budget?
I'm saying Bob Marley, Ghost, the movie Ghost, mixed in with I don't know, chips.
I'll put up $100,000 for
Great,
it.
right? Let's do that. I'll make it for you.
Okay.
Thanks.
All
man.
right. What's this, feature length?
No, it's a half an hour.
It's a
show.
series.
Yeah, it's a pilot show I'm making.
All right, just doing a pilot.
Yeah.
I can spare $10,000 for that.
Right, okay, let's do that.
Yeah. What are you looking to ultimately try and get this on Netflix, or what's? Or is it going to be a web series?
Looking for, I don't know, to see what we get.
Okay, all right. Well, you got to have a goal, haven't you? You're after that Netflix money. That's the dream, isn't it?
Netflix money.
Yeah. Apparently, they never let you know how many streams you've had.
How many must they have? Like
All
I mean,
of
like,
them.
did think they've got all the streams.
Guess so. Yeah. All your streams belong to us. Yeah, that's the dream. I would animate. Doing little animations is something that I would really like to be able to do, because I think my mind works in a similar way. It's like I come up with all manner of
and you're thinking
madness.
like, what the fuck am I going to do with this idea? Like,
Yeah,
what, am I going to make a
Like,
fucking song about it?
Going to get some actors together or something.
Yeah,
It's never
no.
going to happen, is it? And then all the associated madness of trying to do a film shoot and everything else that entails. When like, well, I guess if I could get my animation skills up to the point whereby it's not grossly offensive to look at,
Dude,
I could do all the voices myself.
Dude, it's so easy. I've studied it for 4 or 5 days, and I've managed to make so many cool stuff. If you're good at Photoshop or
I know roughly my way around Photoshop. Yeah,
you do all that green screen shit. You do everything.
yeah.
And I like that kind of shit quality B movie style.
That's fine by me. The lower the quality, the better. You've heard my music, haven't you?
Yeah. No, visually, I don't give a fuck. As you can tell.
Well, you can also you can get away with a bit visually. Like this is the thing. Like if you when you got an old bootleg bootleg video or something, like if the sound was okay, the picture was crappy, you could watch it. But if it was the other way round, if the picture was okay but the sound was crappy, you couldn't watch it. Like you can watch something with really shoddy audio or not much going on the screen, but as long as the audio is good,
yes,
you can watch it like all day.
Yes,
it's little pro tip there.
That's interesting. And you're lo-fi guy, Akira the Don.
Yeah.
What the fuck's up? What is lo-fi? It's hip hop, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Basically, yeah. I mean, it's a genre of hip hop
without any MCing.
Yeah, it doesn't have vocals.
And it's jazzy,
generally.
old school 90s style jazzy hip hop beats.
Yeah, so it's kind of been born out of YouTube algorithms picking up stuff and pulling it off of YouTube. So it was like a battle to find more and more obscure samples. And it was sort of born out of that. And then the long form mixes of the sort of, lo-fi beats 24/7, relax, chill, study, sleep things. And it all sort of evolved
Trip
out
hop.
of that. Yeah, I mean, it's all sort of...
Do you remember trip hop?
Yeah. It's all sort of roughly under the same umbrella, but I mean, I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it. I mean, Donna's probably pulling his fucking hair out listening to it. Rankin, I explained it to you so many times.
So it's because you want to make sample-based hip-hop beats, and you can't now.
You can't you pull some old soul sample or something, put it up on YouTube, and that's kicked straight off because it's samples something that's been bought by a major.
What happens with the video stuff? So say if you did like a video mashup, right, of loads of stuff, put some Star Wars in there, fucking Avengers, there's like fucking Michael Jackson records, whatever, I don't know, put it all together. would an algorithm pick that apart?
We'll pick the video up. Yeah, if you fucked with the video enough, it wouldn't pick it up. But if you just straight up pick even, but then if it's smaller clips, you can get away with it being. There's a term for it.
You're advertising this show.
Sorry. Well, no, more that. If you were talking about the film and you were playing little clips, then that's you're sort of allowed to do that or something. It's but if you just like posted, 10-minute clip of Star Wars, it wouldn't have it.
Got you.
So, but you could clip little bits out and fuck with it, and then the algorithms wouldn't get it. I've had more luck recently with doing my drum and bass vinyl retrospective shows on Facebook by just playing everything at +4. Just doesn't get stuff doesn't get picked up as
scan
much.
It up.
Yeah.
Because I had at the start of my mixes the horns of the Thames Television theme tune.
Oh yeah.
At the start. They decided to.
That's a no, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that off. There was some. What got me pulled off? There was a Militia track, Friction and KT, that they'd sampled a bit of Emerson, Lake and Palmer at the beginning. Yeah, no chance. That's pulled. All right. Yeah,
I did a remix for the Prodigy. Can't put that up anywhere.
Nope. Yeah, it's annoying when it's like your own mixes.
My own official remix that they asked me to do.
I had a back and forth for a long time with SoundCloud over my remix of Professor Green because it's signed to Virgin.
Yeah.
I'd like to keep that up.
And did you manage to put
it? It's still up there. That one record is keeping my SoundCloud alive. Literally, just that one tune alone. Ridiculous.
Fuck. Yeah, no, I'm fucked with the Prodigy. The Prodigy's
absolutely no chance.
Oh, that was it was annoying.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to pick your brain for animation skills. I reckon I can make some really deranged stuff on the radio.
That's the next thing. It's like animated memes, isn't it, or some shit?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's the memes. They are evolving. Like, there's a lot of the sort of. I don't know. Do you follow any of like the guys on Instagram? Like, there's a guy called Teenage Stepdad.
No.
They basically make sort of animated memes, I guess, in a way, but they're very funny and very weird. They're less about being a teenage stepdad than they used to be. But
it's all a teenage stepdad. There's another one, Johnny Rockstar or some shit.
Insane Johnny.
Yes.
Yeah, he's that's a very sort of particular.
Is he the master?
He's the master of some very sort of niche sort of punk avant-garde memes. Yeah. He just takes them from other people and doesn't credit them, but that's part of the shtick. It's that DIY mentality.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. See, like it doesn't seem on Instagram that the quality level. There's no quality control in a way, is there? Like the better it looks, the less interaction you'll get from it. I find.
Yeah. You know what? I think you might be right in a way. Like, the stuff that I've spent a long time.
Nothing. No one checks.
Nothing.
Do like you taking a shit or whatever. It's the best. It's internet breakdown.
I think like the one meme that I posted that has got the most is just a guy getting hit in the face with a football, and his face is all sort of squished up, and then below is the same picture, but they've replaced the football with a Mitsubishi Turbo pill.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just all the lights.
Kill smashed it.
Bang. Visual, needs no words, simple, immediate, get it.
Looks shit,
relatable,
bad font.
really just sandwiched in there. Just like, fucking perfect. Yeah, get them all. Like, piece of music that I've spent weeks on, but fucking 4 likes.
Yeah. It's disheartening, isn't it?
Something I've noticed recently, like in the gym, they have the tellies in the gym, don't they, with the music videos on. Music videos now seem to have like the lyrics visually represented in the video.
Lyrics video.
Basically lyrics videos now.
Yeah, a lyrics video.
Yeah, this is like all music videos of this now.
Matt, are you going to do a lyrics video? That's how everyone started saying lyrics video to me.
Are they?
Oh, they're doing a lyrics video. What, is that another genre of video? Lyrics video. Don't you do a lyrics video?
So you just spell out the bits. Because you're scrolling past it on your phone with the sound off.
Exactly. So
you can still see it.
Somebody told me the statistic. It's a really high statistic of people have to see something 3 times before they even put the sound on. Like, no one's going to put the sound on. So that's why you have all the words.
Right, yeah.
So you can be listening to a tune, but just with the words coming up, and you won't be able to hear it. You're not hearing it. Videos are shit now as well, aren't they? Like, aren't there some...
Well, yeah, fucking dreadful. When was the last time you saw a good music video?
Yeah.
Don't know. I'll tell you, the last good music video I saw was by Gustaffelstein. Have you seen, that guy? French sort of a weird electro sort of dude. Did a track called Pursuit, which is it's one of those sort of like single shot videos where it's going like through all these warehouses with all these sort of robots, and then there's I'll send it to you. It's fucking amazing. He made some great videos.
There was this band that somebody showed me who make these amazing fucking videos. I've forgotten what the band is, but they basically did a whole video in 2 seconds. Have you seen the one? And then they slow it all down.
Yeah. Everyone just sort of... There's loads of people who are doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, and then they've have worked it out that if you take the film back, cut the frame rate, and it's all in sync.
Yeah, no, I did see it. It's
who's
it's in sync with the music. Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, it's this big thing, and then they show you how they make it.
Yeah, I think
and
I saw that, but not the actual
and then
thing.
the whole thing's in sync, and everything's blowing off with the...
Oh, God. Was that, what they called, OK Go, or...
I don't know who the fuck they are. That was amazing, though.
Because they were doing all the videos with... There's one of them where they're in like that zero gravity plane.
Yes, same guys.
Yeah. And they do all the sync stuff. So they do the stuff with the cars going past the pianos and on the exercise treadmills.
Exactly, those guys.
Yeah. Those cunts.
Those fucking
I
bastards.
know them. Yes, I have seen their videos.
Oh, I wish I had videos like that.
I've got one where it's just like me with some toys just sort of making them go like that.
Lego
I did that one, yeah.
Great one.
It's one with me dressed up as a cat. That was good. I did that 500 quid. That's
a
not
cat
bad.
one?
Yeah, for
Is that for Meow Meow?
Yeah.
Was that a big record for you?
Yes. Yeah. That sort of got me booked out for a couple of years, that one.
Did it?
Yeah. Yep. Well, it was the summer of Meow Meow, man. It
Did you ever have any of that? Did you have some?
Yeah. Jesus, come on. What is fucking Brighton and the Meow Meow dubstep heyday? Jesus, we were on that quite a lot. My God, it wore thin quickly, though. I had to go back to real drugs pretty quick after that.
Is it just a weak joke drug, would you say?
No, it'll get you where you need to go, but it was, but at a cost,
What's the cost?
Oh, just almost partial insanity.
No genitalia.
Yeah, they're very, very affecting of the genitalia. That sort of just would shrink up inside you. It would actually genuinely would make you stink like cat's piss. But it really, the come down off it was like being mentally ill for a week or something. It was truly terrifying, but it was very cheap.
And what was it like when you were on it?
A bit like a mixture between pills and coke, I guess. But the thing about it was that people who would never normally do drugs or had never done drugs before were doing it because it was legal. And people were
so it was this legal thing.
Yeah. So people were ingesting it in weird ways. Like you get past a drink and you're like, what the fuck's wrong with that? Like, I've got meow meow in it. And they're like, what's wrong with that cigarette? It's all weird. Yeah, it's got meow meow in it. Like, do you want some of this sandwich? No, not really.
It's got meow meow in it.
Yeah.
Breakfast cereal.
Kids were doing it at school and it was just
Holy
weird.
Shit.
But like that summer, the clubs were rammed full of really up for it kids. I mean, they smelled awful, but it was a fucking great time to be a DJ.
Ups and downs.
Yeah, swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember getting paid in clubs and
in meow meow,
but in cash that was basically soaked in meow meow, and it smelt so bad. I remember going through Newcastle Airport.
What was it? Liquid?
No, it was white powder, but it would be everyone snorting it through the banknotes.
Yeah.
And it just, honestly, it smelled unbelievable. I remember going, like, putting my bag through the security bit, and the people checking were like, what is that smell? And
that bad?
Yeah. I was like, don't know.
It's meow meow, bitches.
It's cat's piss, I guess. Yeah, I guess the dogs weren't trained to. I mean, it was legal. What are you going to do? But hey, hell of a summer, man. Hell of a summer. People were selling it through letterboxes in their front doors. People, it was
everywhere. It was great.
Deranged.
And this was all in Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton was a big hub of it. Bristol as well. I mean, everywhere was.
Do you think it spawned any musical Scene.
Just me.
Just your tune.
Just my tune, yeah. And now I will forever be the guy that made the dubstep tune with the cats in it.
And was that the one with the 2-minute intro?
Yeah, well, one of the ones with the 2-minute intro.
What was the one with the 2-minute intro?
Oh, it's loads of them. That one, Fuck You Virtual DJ, Don't Carry On.
Fuck You Virtual DJ, that was the one.
Don't Carry On Like a Rude Boy When Daddy's Got a Yacht.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I've got.
I played them all when I was on the radio. I played them all.
Oh yeah,
I played
you did a fine job of it.
I played every single one of your records.
You're probably one of the only other DJs.
I did played them all, and but you don't even remember me doing that, do you?
I do. I know I do. Yeah.
No, you don't.
I'm sure I do because I'm sure I got 7 pence off PRS for that.
I didn't remember until now.
All right. Well, maybe you're making it up. It's possible.
Sorry, I do that with all the DJs.
I've got another one which I've been fiddling about with recently, which I made a couple of years ago but never finished, but now I might have to finish it, called I Queued for 4 hours for Berghain, and all I got was this lousy tune idea. So
I like that.
Which has conversations going on in the Berghain queue.
Have you made any of it?
I've done the intro. I just haven't done the drop yet. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do for it, or if there's even any point in doing a drop. Like why bother?
Like, take this.
It's a funny comedy sketch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you're really getting to, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's not
that's what you really want to do.
Yeah, and it drops into this fucking amazing track. The sound design in it is absolutely phenomenal. The mix down. Tell me about the mix down.
They'd never get to the fucking mix down.
Yeah. A bit where they're talking about snorting ketamine off some dude's dick. Yeah, that's great. But the mix down.
Just wait until you hear the drop.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Just wait for the drop, yeah? Sick.
Yeah.
Sick. Listen, man, thanks for coming down to do this.
My pleasure.
It's been a fucking pleasure.
Did we talk about any type of thing that was interesting to anyone?
I think it's not really for us to decide.
No,
I think, is it?
No.
Yeah.
But you want to please the crowd a bit.
We're pleasers, aren't we? We're pleaser
I'm a
people.
pleaser.
Yeah. Call me William the Pleaser. Hey, look, bless you, mate.
Yeah,
Cheers
man.
for coming down. You've been an absolute saint.
And the first one told the lobster.
Yeah, you are the first one to hold the lobster. Yeah, don't take your mask off just yet. I'll let you know when it's safe.
Peace.
All right, peace out,
In the
everyone.
Middle East.